All right, this is a video for the ABACs. I'm just gonna do some quick video hitting some pointers, talking about landmarks. So we just put in truck. As I said out on the field, this is an alley play. So you're looking for your landmark after you get the ball, and you got to know where you are in terms of the field. So if we're in the middle of the field, the alley is in between the hash mark and the numbers. So when you get the ball, you are trying to get north and south when you get in between those two landmarks. That's where we're trying to hit. Okay, so we can be here to get out there, and then we want to get north and south as quickly as we can in that area. And we want to try to stay north and south as much as we can. We don't want to try to bow out that way because then you're running away from your help and your blockers. Okay. We want to try to get north and south and get as many yards as we can in that alley. So if we're over on the hash here, if we were on the left hash here, the alley would be in between the numbers on the sideline. Okay. If we were on this hash and we were running it to the right, the alley would be from the middle of the field over to the hash mark. We don't just want to run all the way to the sideline. We want to try to get downhill as quickly as possible. Okay, so if we get the ball here, this is good. You're starting to turn up here into that alley part. That's what we want to do. As I said, we need to have patience with our blocking up front because they're learning as well. We need to do our job as running backs to make sure we're hitting our landmarks because once we get it figured out up front and you're hitting your landmarks, we're going to be good to go. So Cole, I'd say this is a good job getting into your landmark, and then we need to get north and south right away. The one thing I'll say here on this one, Cole, is that you start bowling out too far. So this is great. So I want everyone running back to see this. So we were in the middle of the field. Here he is getting north and south right here on his landmark. But the one thing that I would say there, I really don't see anything right now, and I'm not you, so I don't see anything taking you out here right now. I would stay north and south as much as you can because look what you have coming. You have blockers that are coming to help you. So the more you can stay north and south and let these guys get in front of you and block guys for you, the better it is. When you start running towards the sideline, the defense is going to use that against you to get you out. Okay, go get as many yards as you can by running the ball north and south. Okay, next one here. This is wham. So this is trap for us. So our landmark is right down the play side leg of the center. So as you can see, the hole opens up right here. He can run straight downhill, just like this. Now make sure you carry out your fake. If you don't have the ball, you should still be running like you have the ball. Don't stop. Don't stop right here. Keep running. Carry out the fake. Okay. I don't know if there was something that happened where you thought you were going to get the ball, but um, yeah, still carry out the fake if you don't get it. But your landmark is good here because you can see we're kicking out and we're building a wall on the front side. Okay, here we're running counter. Really doesn't have to do with us. Just carry out your toss fake. Even when you don't get the ball, run like you have the ball. Okay, here I want to talk about this. This is excellent, Shattuck. This is really, really good. And this is why keeping the ball tight and hitting your landmark, it's good for you in more than one facet. Okay. So you're hitting your landmark right here, running to the tight end. You're going to the outside leg of the tackle. As soon as you get the ball, you're straight downhill, which is exactly what I coached you on earlier in the last film session. This is excellent. You could hit the ball right here, but I mean, this is great vision on your part and seeing that you have a better cutback lane right here and you hit it. That's great. Now, I want you to look at your jump cut. Okay? I want you to look at your jump cut. When you jump, what do? You cross your feet over. Don't do that. Your jump cut is a stop. It is a shuffle. Okay? It's a jump, and then you get vertical again. Okay. Now I don't know if you felt this end. I don't know if you felt this defender reaching out here, and that's why you did it so drastically. That might be the reason why. But the more you can stay square and just jump and go, the better it can be. Okay. But this is excellent vision on your part. And it's because you kept it downhill. Okay. This is trap to the right. but we're pulling the play side guard because it's a joker call, but we're still running trap here. So our landmark should be right here, the play side leg of the center. So we should be running the ball right there. Now up front, we get it all screwed up here, but we should be trying to run the ball right off the center's butt. Okay, here we're running G. So our landmark should be the play side leg of the guard here. So we should be running the ball. So notice how we're floating out here too far. I think this is lane. Lane, you're kind of drifting out here. You should be taking your two steps and then getting downhill right at your landmark right away. You're drifting out too far. Okay, where he has to get to you. Right now, you should be getting downhill. You take your two steps and you should be getting downhill. You're too far out. Okay. You're too far out. You need to be getting downhill at the landmark of the outside leg of the guard because once you get here, then you can jump cut outside of here. But if we did our job up front where we actually kick this guy out, the lane that you should be running through is right here on the inside. But your path is already taking you out too wide. So if we actually did block this correctly, I don't know if you would have gotten into the correct hole because you are too wide. Okay. Our landmark is that play side leg of the guard. Don't drift on the handoff. Okay, same thing. Make sure we carry out our fake. This is a good job of being heads up. I want go attack your Cole. You're kind of light when you're taking on guys for pass protection. I want you to go punch this guy. You're a big, strong guy. Go use that. Go use your strength to your advantage and go pop this guy. Cole, this is a great job with your handoff. You take your two steps to the side and you get immediately downhill. This is G as well. So our landmark is the play side leg of the guard. So we get downhill right away. Lane, if you're watching, see how he doesn't drift. He does not drift at all. Okay. He's not floating out here and then getting the ball. He is downhill at his landmark right away. And then once it's cloudy, he jump cuts. And now, Shattuck, I want you to watch Cole's jump cut. It is a lateral movement. He is not crossing his feet over. He is shuffle, 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 and then he hits it. He is tight to the wall. He shuffle, 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 and then he goes. That's what you should look like. Don't cross your feet over. Attack the line of scrimmage, shuffle, stay tight, and then burst once you see daylight. Okay, we're running truck to the right. Okay, so we should be hitting the alley out here. Hash the numbers. Okay, now Lane, I know this guy, we don't get this guy blocked, and so that causes you to get out a little bit wider. But we're looking to try to get north and south in between the hash and the numbers. Obviously I understand what you're doing, but when we get that guy blocked up, the sooner we can turn the ball up, the better. All right, watching here, we're running truck. So we get the ball. As soon as we get, this is great. As soon as we get the ball, we can turn up field and we can use your guys' great speed, um, running towards the end zone. And that's what we want. We want you guys using your speed, getting towards the end zone. Now, the one thing here we need to understand when we run truck, our H, our H is kicking out the corner. So we want to run the ball inside the corner. Okay. The corner's job is to play outside leverage. So we never want to try to run out here. The only time we would ever do that is if the corner jumps way inside. Okay. But one thing, you're either going to get tackled or you're going to get a holding call put on our H because he's trying to kick that guy out. All right. So get north and south and stay inside that kick out block. Okay, I'm okay if you threaten it a little bit and then stay inside, but we don't want to run outside it. I'm okay if you go run at him a little bit and then get north and south to try to widen that guy a little bit, but don't run outside. Shattuck, try to block that guy in the inside if you can, so we can stop him from being able to pursue the boot. Okay. I understand you're going out, but if you can try to jump back in and stop him, then do so. Good. Carry out the fake. Okay, this is trap, I believe. Yep, we're running trap. Good job keeping it tight. Okay, we're trying to hit play side leg of the center. Okay, we get right downhill. We want to hug this double team. Now, once again, our center fell off his block. This is where, and Cole, this is something you need to work on. When you hit the hole, you need to hit it low. You need to expect to be hit on the line of scrimmage because there were sometimes last year where you were running too high through and you kind of got popped and where you could have lowered your shoulder and got 3, 4 yards, you got zero because you weren't expecting to get hit. So I want to see you lower your shoulders here as you're getting through the line of scrimmage, and then if you don't get touched, then you can stand up more. But you need to expect to get hit in on the line of scrimmage, and if you don't, then you can run, but we need to lower our shoulders and be lower as we are running through the line of scrimmage. Okay, here we are running counter. Okay, so there is no tight end and we're running counter. So our landmark is the inside leg of the guard. If there was a tight end over here, it would be the outside leg of the guard. Okay, so this is good. This is a good landmark lane. This is nice, keeping it tight. That's exactly what you need to do. Okay, hug those double teams. Okay, we don't want to be near the kickout block. We want to hug the double teams right here. Okay, and then we can burst through. Okay, Elaine, this is a good job adjusting here, trying to get in front of them. It's a good job. Okay, here we're running power to the right. We have a tight end, so our landmark is the play side leg of the guard here. Okay, make sure we don't drift at all. Good, we get right downhill. We want to try to get to the line of scrimmage as much as we can before we make our decision. Okay, and once we do that, we still want to try to hug this wall as much as we can. We don't want to start drifting out too early, okay? Because now we're running away from our help. And this is kind of a philosophy thing. There's some running back coaches I know that would say that they would like this, but for me, I want to get you guys, I want you to get north and south as much as we can. So even with this, I want you to hug this wall as much as you can. I do not want you to bow out until you absolutely have to. Okay. So I want you to stay tight to this because here's the thing. If we stay tight, you could cut off of this block right here. Okay. You could be running the ball right there, but instead we are wasting time. You could be up here getting 10, 11, 12 yards, but instead you're running towards the sideline and you're not getting as many yards. So if I were you, your initial read is great here because we don't kick this guy out, so you have to bounce outside the kick out, which is good. But I would hug this as much as I can. Hug, 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 hug. And I would rather cut off this and still keep going north and south instead of getting less yards running outside. I'd be right here trying to cut right off that, getting north and south again. Okay. I hope you guys can see what I'm saying here. You make the right read because we don't get the kick out. So you jump cut outside, but then stay close. Stay close, stay close, stay close. Don't bow out here. I'm right there, still going north and south as much as I can because now you can be off of that block instead of running out into other guys. That's the biggest one. I want to end on that one right there. That's the biggest thing that I see is that even at the second level, we're too quick to try to bounce it outside. Okay, the best running backs are the ones that make the least amount of adjustments. The ones that can just make a little quick move and get downhill, those are the best ones instead of trying to do something crazy running it outside. Okay, you're all doing a fantastic job. I want to say that. All through I'm excited for all of you guys because you're tremendous athletes. And I'm excited to see you guys play. And so I'm going to coach you guys as hard as I can to try to make you the best possible. So don't take this like I think you're doing a bad job. You're not at all. This is for all of you to know. I'm just trying to make you as good as I can because you all you guys are really special. So uh, excited to see you guys next week and keep getting better.